Revelation 1847. From the 14th of March 1941. Love activity. Way to altitude. The inner urge to do a good deed should never go unnoticed. It is the divine voice which calls upon the human being to do so. It is the quiet admonition to increase the maturity of the soul, and this will always be promoted if the human being does what the inner voice advises him to do. Provided the human being looks around with open eyes, he will see countless opportunities to be lovingly active. Only he should not pass them by, only consider his own well-being and leave his fellow human being alone in his need. The human being can always be helpfully active and will never lack the strength to do so if only his will is good and he is in love. Only then will the human being fulfill the purpose of his earthly life and shape himself and his soul progressively. The path upwards must be paved with stones of love, then it will always be passable. Every good deed results in many others, for love awakens reciprocal love. And if all people were to helpfully assist each other, love and thus God himself would truly be amongst them, then humanity could only be good because it walks with God and God with it. Love redeems people and sets them free from the oppressive power, and therefore love should always be the driving force for all thought and action. Anyone who has a heart full of love for his fellow human being will also be constantly active in love. He will try to reduce suffering, he will provide active help, he will help to bear all difficulties and always be a blessing to his surroundings. The world is a valley of suffering, and it must be so, for the human being should be given the opportunity to develop in service. Only then will he live his life consciously, that is, he will recognize his task in life, which can only be fulfilled through constant service with love. And only then will he attain maturity of soul, which is the prerequisite for entering a kingdom of light in the beyond, for only through service with love will all dross fall away, the soul will become free and can then take the unhindered path of ascent, it will come ever closer to its actual purpose, it will become love itself and push towards that which is also love. It has allowed the voice of God to speak within itself. It has obeyed it and thereby entered into closest contact with the one who is love himself. Amen.